Hey now, ladies and gentlemen. Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, and a hey now. Hour number 4 of the line, Talk 995. Talk995.com, MajorMcLeanWho.com, the Talk 995 app. Download it, get a hold of it, and check us out. Check us out. Check us out. You can watch us and all that stuff. Hey, Mandu bringing you this part of the show. Mandu.com. That's the website with all the info. MANDUU.com. And it's got all the info right there. Even a little video at the top of the page that kind of gives you a little inside look as to what Mandu is or what it looks like. Because, many of you guys are just listening to me talk about it. You don't really understand until you see it. In particular, you really don't understand until you experience it, which is why I encourage y'all to just go get a free session. Whether you're 18 years old or 80 years old, man or woman, whatever, this could be something that absolutely changes your life. And I want you to try it. Try it for free. Everybody gets a free session. I don't care if you got a bad back, you got bad knees, whatever it may be. This could literally help you with all of those things. It's done tremendous things for my back, helping me build muscle, lose weight, all the different things that I've always wanted to do but never wanted to put the effort in. I'm able to do that in 15-minute increments, 15-minute workout with a personal trainer. They'll have you in there, getting you exactly where you need to be. They will specialize the workouts to what it is that you want. You talk to them, you tell them, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And they'll help zone in on that because it's a full body workout, but they can concentrate on certain parts, whether it be tightening up your stomach or building your biceps or, working on those chicken legs, whatever. They got you, man. They're going to get you in shape and feeling better than ever. I mean, even your doctor's going to be impressed. I'll tell you that right now. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, we can take you off this blood pressure medicine and all kinds of stuff. So Mandu.com, the website, that's where you get the information. 3 locations, Huntsville, Homewood, and Tuscaloosa. You can use any of them at any time. Just go get that free session so you know what you're dealing with. I don't want anybody signing up without getting that free session in because you need to know what you're getting into. So try it. Find a way to carve out 30 minutes of your day to go up there. That'll give them enough time to explain it to you. Give you the workout, and then you can decide there on the spot or you can decide days later. It's completely up to you. MANDUU.com is the website. MANDUU.com. Make sure you tell them we sent you so they know you're part of the Hey Now Nation. One more thing and by the way, Trump is I guess moments away from speaking in Pennsylvania on the economy, which if he does, we may bring you a couple minutes of that. We're not going to go long form with it because it'll last a long time. But the current state of what's going on amidst the negotiations and after the signing of the memorandum of understanding, which is a ceasefire in the lead up to a larger peace deal. Several things have happened that Trump has allowed to happen, one of which is the blockade in the Gulf of Oman has been lifted. Now, when I say it's been lifted, that means they are allowing all ships to go to and from the Persian Gulf, which is where they're picking up the oil and everything else. Remember, the blockade is on the south side of the Strait of Hormuz. So they say we said the U.S. Hey, we're gonna allow it to be open. We're gonna allow even Iran to put their ships through and sell their oil for now. But if you act up, we are keeping our ships in the region. And we will reinstitute this blockade in a matter of moments, a matter of seconds. The blockade is back on. So essentially, we are controlling the Strait of Hormuz at this point. The second thing is the frozen Iranian assets that we had garnered throughout this conflict. The Trump administration has decided to release those funds, but not to the Iranians, to put those funds in an escrow. And what's going to happen with those funds is they are going to be spent on behalf of the Iranians, but only going to be spent on what we allow it to be spent on. And the things that we are going to force Iran to buy is our products from our farmers. Because essentially what you have with the operations that have been conducted that have absolutely obliterated Iran, their military, and essentially their economy, has created a situation for their citizens where they're on the verge of teetotal collapse. They're running out of food. Inflation is sky high because of it. People are not going to be able to survive much longer. So it is, in fact, a humanitarian crisis. We are going to take that money, put it into escrow, and we are going to send it to our farmers to purchase the food that's needed to go to Iran. So a stark difference here. Instead of sending a pallet of cash and different denominations of money to Iran, we're sending them food. It's almost dealing with a homeless person. You know, you could give them $20 and they may go spend it on crack, or you could run across the street to the McDonald's, get them a Big Mac meal, and take that to them. And that's essentially what we're doing. We're going across the street to McDonald's and we're giving them food directly. Here's the post that Donald Trump put out. I believe this was early this morning, if I'm not mistaken. He says, despite their protesting and false statements to the contrary, coupled with the drumbeat of the fake news, which is doing everything possible to make the U.S. victory as small and insignificant as possible, Iran has fully and completely agreed to highest level nuclear inspections long into the future. Now, this is also another point that Iran has agreed for our inspectors to go in there and make sure that there are no nuclear activities going on. This is going to be unfettered access that we didn't have before. The defenders of the JCPOA would often say, oh, well, Obama had inspectors in there. We were making sure they weren't doing anything. But there were several places, in particular the places where they were enriching uranium, where inspectors weren't allowed to go during the JCPOA, which essentially made the entire deal null and void. He goes on to say, this will ensure nuclear honesty. If they did not agree to this, there would be no further negotiations. Based on this and other major concessions being made by Iran, I have agreed to allow the Hormuz Strait to remain open with no further naval blockade. However, all ships are remaining in place should it be necessary to reinstitute the blockade, which seems at this point highly unlikely. The money and or sanctions that the U.S. Treasury is releasing goes into escrow, controlled by the USA, and will be used for the purchase of food and medical supplies exclusively from the United States, including corn, wheat, and soybeans from our great American farmers. These are things that are desperately needed by Iran. This is a humanitarian crisis, and I feel it is necessary to help now before it is too late. Talks are going well. Thank you for your attention to this matter. This is the strategic way in which I feel like shows Donald Trump's best attributes. That this is being done in a way that not only will protect the current circumstances, but will also benefit the American people. Because The argument here, going back to Tucker Carlson, which literally caused the whole conversation and ended up eating up 2 hours of the show, is that Donald Trump or the Republican Party or whoever, and I'm specifically just talking about Donald Trump here, does not put the needs of the American people first, puts the needs of foreign countries first. But everything he does, every negotiation he goes through, whether it has to do directly with the American people or the American economy or not, there's always going to be some sort of benefit for the American people. Because when he goes into these negotiations, that's at the front of his mind. How can I get, and he did the same thing in real estate. How can I get out of this deal? Because remember, the deal is simply about eliminating the ability for Iran to get a nuclear weapon. All right? It's not about the farmers. It's not about the American economy. It's just about making sure that Iran doesn't go around and start blowing people up and blowing entire countries off the map. Right? He goes into it and says, okay, we got what we want, but how do we still benefit the American people directly out of this? What can we get out of this that would benefit our people? So we're going to take the money that we froze and we're essentially going to funnel it back to ourselves in exchange for food and medical supplies that should, we would hope, go to the people of Iran. Because you got to remember, Iran has the issue of potential uprising amongst their citizens. They dealt with it just earlier this year or late last year. They don't want to have to go through that again. I mean, that's really when all of this got started. Remember Donald Trump saying to the Iranian people, hey, don't worry, I got you. It was at that point they were probably already in the planning stages. And so here he is, following through on that promise, saying, hey, we're going to take care of you. We're going to get you the supplies you need. And who benefits? The American farmers benefit from this. The American farmers had nothing to do with nuclear capabilities of terrorist regimes, but yet they're coming out on the good end of this. So good for them. Congratulations to the farmers. And Iran will be able to, even though they're not going to be directly getting the money from the frozen funds, they are, in a sense, able to start selling their oil again. And even that's going to be monitored. And if the strait gets messed around with, guess what? Our ships are still in the region. We'll shut it back down and only allow non-Iranian ships to come through. It's pretty simple. I like it. I personally like the strategy. Of course, that's outside of what Iranian actions turn out to be after this deal is finalized. But for now, I like the direction it's going. 205-545-9950. Quick break. A lot more of the line coming up right after this. JB, I felt like I've left you out in the cold today.
Why?
Because I've been just going all over the place.
Well, I mean, I'm used to it. It's okay.
You're used to just getting left behind?
Yeah, that's fine. No. I mean, that's fine. I'm still processing everything, with the new car and all that.
Yeah. I was going to do a thing where I got on the phone and I went outside and looked at your new car live on the show and give everybody like a real-time review. Tomorrow's our last day of the week for us.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we do that tomorrow.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm all about it.
I'll go out there and check
I'll
it
have
out.
my new mats in by then.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I want to make sure I get the full experience.
Yep.
So you said it's got lane assist on it too?
Yeah, it's got.
Back in 2014, they had lane assist.
But it's like the highest Toyota Highlander.
It's got all the bells and
limited
whistles.
edition. It's got air conditioned seats,
Nice.
heat and air conditioning. Stuff that I'll never use. But yeah, it's got the full display. It's got Bluetooth. It's got.
Oh, I use the AC seats all the time.
Really?
Yeah, they work good. They keep you from having swamp ass. I mean, if it's super hot out there,
Well, that's a good point.
you just turn them on. It's basically just a fan blowing on your hind end
Mm-hmm.
and on your back. And then when it's cold, when it's super cold, the heated seats work
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Because I got, I think I got the heated seats in the front and the back, and and Trish, God love her. When she gets in the car, it doesn't matter what time of year it is, she will turn on the heat. Like you can, control the air on each side. So I'll have mine blasting cold air, and she'll have her side blasting hot air.
Mm-hmm.
And because she's blasting hot air, that means my cold air is not as cold. And so I'm like, babe, it's June. What are you doing? It's like 90 degrees outside.
Man.
Come on, cuz. There was another big story that happened today, this morning, in a 6-3 ruling. The U.S. Supreme Court held that the Department of Homeland Security may revoke a lawful permanent resident status if they leave the United States while facing pending criminal charges, even without a conviction. So that's a good win. Like that. Oh, and here's another thing, because one of the things we've been talking about, the Save America Act, which is so vitally important. I think Trump was asked about this. Now, Leader John Thune, who I think is probably a snake in the grass, but Trump, continues to say good things about him. I think because he kind of needs him on his side. He was asked about John Thune, saying he doesn't have the votes, or that he doesn't believe he has the votes to pass the Save America Act. And Trump's response was, well, that's what being a leader's about. We have to be able to get voter ID. John Thune is a leader, and hopefully he can get the votes. Essentially saying, well, even if we don't have the votes, dude, you're the guy that's supposed to be whipping up said votes. You need to get out there and convince some people to vote for it. Now, unfortunately, you need 60 votes, but you're not going to get the Democrats to vote for it. So the only option seems to be is to at least temporarily nuke the filibuster. But we've been through all of that. We've talked about it until we're blue in the face. That will come in due time. Not that it'll pass in due time, but that story will pop up again. Mitch McConnell last week ended up in the hospital. Did anybody even hear about that? Or are we just used to Mitch McConnell getting hospitalized
I
at
think
this
we're
point?
used to it.
His office released a statement after his latest hospitalization. This was back on the 14th. So that would have been, that's over a week ago, I guess. Spokesperson for, let's see, who was it? I mean, he's just out of it, dude. According to his office, they say Senator McConnell is still working closely with staff on Senate business and Kentucky matters as he continues his recovery. However, he will not be voting this week. I mean, first of all, McConnell is not working closely with his staff. The guy doesn't even know where he is most of the time. You got to get people. I mean, McConnell, even when he had his wits about him, he was an awful senator. And Kentucky's had a history of putting up bad senators from the Republican Party. I mean, they vote for a Democrat governor, and then when they vote Republican in the Senate race, they put up the worst ones they could find. Mitch McConnell has just been absolutely out of it. You know that blank stare where you can't really tell if anybody's home or not? He's had that since last year, at the very least, since last year. And so that guy needs to go ahead and bow out. I know he's out of there in November, or I guess at the first of the year, but I mean, we're just wasting time with that guy. Even if he was voting, it's not like he's going to vote for good things. It's not like he's going to vote to protect American elections or the Save America Act or anything that would be beneficial to this country or the American citizens. So, anyway, midterms are going to be interesting this year. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be lit. Alabama Men's Clinic, alabamamensclinic.com. Actually, let me tell you about Alabama Men's Clinic here in a minute. Let me tell you about Chuck Davis first. ChuckDavisLaw.com. ChuckDavisLaw.com. That's my buddy Chuck Davis. That's right. Yeah, see, here's a prime example. The Iranian foreign minister spokesperson. They're saying we have no plan for the IAEA to visit or inspect our nuclear sites, which is in complete opposition of how the negotiations are going. Again, it's just it's posturing is what it is. Can't trust them. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. You can't trust them, but they're going to talk a big game. They always have, and they will continue to. But with that said, Chuck Davis, you need an attorney. He's got you covered, man. Whatever that may be. Divorce, custody, wills, probate contracts, personal injury, wrongful death, slip and fall, car wrecks, whatever you got going on. You need a good attorney, go with mine. This is my attorney. That's why I'm telling you about him. I wouldn't tell you about an attorney that's not mine because I wouldn't know how he is, would I? No, of course I wouldn't. So get with my guy, Chuck Davis. He's a good dude. He's going to be able to hear you. He'll listen to you. That's one thing that was big for me, have an attorney that would actually listen to me. I've had attorneys that didn't. They're like, listen, this is the way it's going to go, and blah, 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 blah. Chuck will listen to you, and he'll get you the best resolution out there to your problem. Call him at this number, 205-823-9992. It's 205-823-9992. Online, ChuckDavisLaw.com. No representation is made that the legal services provided are superior to the legal services provided by other lawyers. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is time for the Wheel of Segments. Holy crap, that wheel is loud.
Criminals that
Criminals
suck.
that suck.
Gosh.
All right. One of the all-time classics.
Mm-hmm. Been around a long time.
Been around a very long time. I think this is one of the originals, actually. Like
Yeah,
one of
it
the
is.
very first ones. All right. Criminals that suck. And did you put that intro together?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Do you hate it?
No, it sounded like an intro you'd have put together. I mean that in a good way. I don't mean that in a
No,
bad way.
you don't. What the crap
I'm
are you
just
talking about?
I didn't remember doing it. So
Oh, so now you're backing off. See?
no, that's exactly what I meant by it. I didn't remember doing that one. I was sitting there thinking about it because I did most of them,
Yeah.
but I didn't remember doing that one.
Oh, okay. All right. That's completely different.
That's what I meant by that. There's nothing nefarious.
Just read the story.
85-year-old driver clocked going 110 miles per hour
Go, Grandpa.
and accused of street racing. Florida authorities have charged two unlikely drivers with street racing. William Bosworth was pulled over after he was reportedly clocked going 110 miles an hour on State Road 48 in Lake County, Florida. The 85-year-old said he was out for a drive when another car swerved at him. Bosworth and the driver of the other car, 57-year-old Philip Signorino. Philip Signorino. I think the last one was right. We're both facing charges of street racing and dangerous speeding, more than 50 miles per hour. Police say Signorino told them that his Corvette wasn't capable of reaching speeds that high.
Oh, give me a break.
Records show both men denied they were racing against each other and had each posted bond. They got arrested for that.
All right, well, I mean, if you go so many miles over the speed limit.
Well, you know, they got that law in Florida. It's called super speeding. They'll take you to jail for super speeding.
Well, I mean, I say do it.
I mean, 85-year-old Florida man going 110 miles an hour.
Dang.
That's wild, bro.
And I mean, no matter how good a shape he's in, he doesn't have reflexes. Like, his reflexes are not the best.
No. He's probably
Now,
hopped
did
up.
he have the Corvette or the 57-year-old?
The 57-year-old. I don't know what Gramps had.
Dang. Well, Gramps had something, man, if he's hitting 110.
Next up, also in Florida, Florida man arrested for burglary while en route to court for another burglary charge. It's Cape Coral, Florida. A man was accused of burglarizing an RV in Cape Coral while en route to court for a prior burglary. Cape Coral Police Department said a family reported that a man attempted to break into their RV on Monday while they were inside. The man attempted to open the locked door multiple times before he disconnected the RV from its power source. The family said the man was wearing woman's clothing. He wore leggings, a tank top, and a small backpack.
What? Oh, my gosh. You don't have a picture, do you?
Nah, they've got him blocked out.
Dad, burn it.
Yeah, I mean, I can show you what I got. He's just kind of sitting on the curb, and you can see he's wearing kind of a woman's tank top here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's him.
Jeez Louise, man. Come on.
It said officers found Devin Turner, 34 years old, who said he was on his way to court and was searching for clothing to wear. Wait, so he was trying to steal somebody else's clothes so he didn't have to show up to court in women's clothes? I mean, at that point, just tell them you're trans. They can't say anything.
Well, but you know what? I mean, okay, I say give him a pass.
But how did he end up in the situation where he's only wearing women's clothes?
Wild night, maybe.
Officers determined Turner attempted to unlawfully enter an occupied dwelling with the intent to commit theft. CCPD said Turner's court date was related to a prior burglary. Officers also located 2.9 grams of methamphetamine inside.
Of course. There we go.
Inside
That answers it.
Turner's backpack during a search. He was arrested and transported to the Lee County Jail for burglary of an occupied dwelling and possession of methamphetamine. Yeah, I think that answers it. I think the meth kind of lets us know what happened there.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense.
Yeah, meth explains a lot of things with criminals that suck, if you've noticed.
And last but not least, flying through them today.
Wow.
A British couple is being investigated for having sex on a Ferris wheel at a festival. Sounds dangerous.
Yes, it does.
Uh,
Very dangerous.
They say Britain is a free country, but some new evidence out of some place that starts with an L, Leicestershire, we'll go with that, begs the contrary. Yeah, it's not right.
It's Lancaster.
It's what?
Lancaster.
No, it's Leicestershire.
Yeah, Lancastershire.
Okay, all right. A couple is currently being investigated by British police after allegedly having sex in a Ferris wheel at Download Festival, an open-air rock and metal event held each June in Donington Park. On the night of June 13th, fans gathered to wait for an enormous 3-hour set by headliner Guns N' Roses.
Uh-oh.
With nothing else to do, a daring couple took matters into their own hands and decided to get freaky in one of the Ferris wheel's vacant pods. Quote, all I can think is they thought the glass was tinted, but it wasn't at all. It was actually spotless. You could see everything, a witness said. I just hope they cleaned the cabin after they got out of it.
Well, but you know what? I mean, it's a metal festival. What do you expect? I mean, give them a break. Cut them a break. There was probably meth involved. Just cut them a break. Did they have a blanket?
I don't know.
See if they had a blanket,
Put a blanket over them or put a blanket under them?
Well, no, I mean over them,
Yeah.
so nobody could see, or maybe. Now I could see this. All right, you're riding with your girl and everything. You wave a gun, like, you know where you are. You're in a jungle, baby. All right, and it gets to the very top, and something goes wrong, and you're stuck up there. Okay.
Yeah, you can do it up there.
Yeah, I could see that, but with it coming back down, that maybe the thrill is what they're.
Yeah, they want somebody to see is what it is.
Yeah, and see that's.
And they thought, hey, we're at a rock festival. These people are wild anyway. Nobody's going to rat us out. It says public sex is not illegal in England so long as it does not take place in a public restroom. But indecent exposure is a crime. And multiple witnesses reported seeing the couple's intimate parts. Whoa, okay. So public sex is not illegal unless it's in a restroom? A public restroom?
You do it like walking down the street?
I guess. Wow. Quote, for the first rotation of the wheel, people thought he was just standing behind her with his arms around her, according to a witness. But as it got lower, somebody shouted, I can see her pants pulled aside. The witness did credit the duo with bringing the crowd together, creating a jovial atmosphere as concert goers waited for the notoriously late Guns N' Roses to come on stage. The police, however, aren't taking part in the fun. Quote, officers are aware of a video on social media concerning two people acting inappropriately while on a Ferris wheel at Download this weekend, according to a spokesperson for the police department. Quote, the incident is currently being investigated and officers are in contact with the organizers of the festival. The department further noted that they are working to identify the perpetrators. So they don't even know who it is.
I know. Just leave them alone.
Yeah,
Let
they got
kids
away
be
with
kids. Yeah, they're just rocking.
it. Just if this Ferris wheel pod's a rocking,
That's right,
don't come
knocking.
knocking, baby. Yeah, that is.
And that gives.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
No.
Say it, John Bird.
No. That's
Gives new meaning to what?
That gives new meaning to the term criminals that suck. So, okay. All right. That's it.
And that's what we call criminals that suck. And now I tell you about Alabama Men's Clinic. That's right. Have you found yourself on a Ferris wheel in the past and couldn't get it up? Well, there's a solution for that. It's called Alabama Men's Clinic. Be ready whenever the time is here. You think that guy had time to pop a little blue pill and wait for an hour? No, he didn't. He had to be ready right there on the spot, right there in that Ferris wheel pod. And the only way to do that is to make sure your testosterone's where it needs to be. So get with Alabama Men's Clinic. Make sure they can get you where you need to be. You got to get a consultation first because you want to see where your T levels are at. But it's not just about the intimate moments, as you know. I talk to you about this all the time. It's about just feeling better in general and living your best life is what I'm talking about. Living your best life. And I'm about to be living my best life because I should be starting my Alabama Men's Clinic treatments sometime this week, I believe. We're waiting on the stuff to get in, and once it gets here, I'm on it, man. I'm on it, and I'm going to be a new man. I'm going to be all kinds of jacked up on this radio show. I'm excited. And I'm going to tell you all about it every step of the way, how I feel, how it affects me, and everything else. So get with Alabama Men's Clinic. Do it for yourself. Consultation. Get that in. Get tested. See where your T levels are at. And then let them come up with a plan for you. I'm telling you, it will change your life. AlabamaMen'sClinic.com. 205-598-7000. That's 205-598-7000. All right. Ernest Financial, retirewithernest.com. Retirewithernest.com. Get your retirement protected. Make sure it's taken care of. Make sure it's growing. Make sure it's growing and there for you whenever you get ready to retire. That's what's important. You want to be able to do the things you want to do after retirement, and you got to have somebody kind of walking you through that. Remember that it doesn't cost you anything. They don't take fees from you. They get them elsewhere. They just make sure your money is where it needs to be, and it's growing, and you're just becoming just a wealthy individual. That's what this is about. They can answer all the questions you need them to answer. You just got to call them, 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-7233. Online, retirewithernest.com. For just a couple minutes, let's dip into Donald Trump in Pennsylvania. He looks like he's in rare form. Let's see what he's got to say.
A nuclear weapon, if that's okay. And we're doing quite well. I placed 50% tariffs on foreign copper, aluminum, and steel so they couldn't come in and steal your jobs. And sometimes even more than 100% tariffs. They weren't going to come in from foreign lands and steal your jobs. If they wanted to come in, they pay 100%, they pay 200%, they pay, I don't care what it is. They're not going to steal your jobs, okay? And they stop. And right now we have more factories being built, and I mean car factories, AI factories, factories of every type that we've ever had in the history of our country by 3 times. That's because they didn't want to pay the tariff. How don't you pay a tariff? You build your factory here and you hire American workers. It's quite simple, actually. But as you know, I placed a 25% tariff on foreign automobiles, and very importantly, I posed a 25% tariff on medium and heavy-duty trucks so that Mack Truck could do very well with its factory in Pennsylvania. But all American roads will be filled with American trucks very shortly. Very few people are able to compete with us anymore. They used to rip us off. It was like we were a bunch of babies. American labor worked with us, too. I just met the head of your unions, and they've been terrific. They work with us, and they're fair. They treated us good. Maybe we can negotiate a little bit tougher. Where the hell are the union guys? Those guys are great. They're great. There they are. I want to just say hello. We gotta make sure you vote for our congressman here. I'm not doing this for my health. Right? Muser. We even have Muser here. That's right. Within a single year of taking office, I slashed trade deficit with China by the largest amount in the history of trade. And we, by the way, have the biggest trade deficit cut in the history of our country, 67%. Think of this. We had a trade deficit. We cut our trade deficit. If you're a president and you cut it by 1%, they say, oh, you're doing a great job. 2%, you're a genius. I cut it by 67%. That's why you have all of these factories being built. And they'll soon be opening. They're already opening. But when those factories are opening, I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to negotiate very good salaries, that I can tell you, because they need you. In many ways, they need you more than you need them. American exports to the rest of the world are up by $150 billion. You hear that, Bo? It's not bad. You got to wrestle a long way to make that. Bo is going to have to win a lot of tournaments to have to make that money.
Yeah, you can tell he's in rare form today. He's on it. He's excited to be there. He's excited. He gets excited to talk about the economy. So things are going in the right direction, whether you want to believe it or not. Well, some people don't want to believe it, but they'll see. They'll see. All right, Noto Roofing real quick before we get out of here. NOTOroofing.com, NOTOroofing.com. That's where you go for the info you need, such as the phone number, which is 205-848-2299. Free roof inspection, complimentary roof tune-up. We've had storms and everything else roll through over the past, what's felt like a couple weeks now. And you never know what could have possibly happened with your roof. You just don't know. You could have issues up there. We got rain tomorrow, storms Thursday, storms Friday, scattered storms, but storms nonetheless. Get it checked out, man. Let them know I sent you. These guys are going to take care of you. For sure. NoToteRoofing.com, 848-2299. John Bird, thank you, buddy.
You're very welcome.
We'll be back tomorrow. Our last episode of the week tomorrow. We're going to take an extended weekend, but we'll be back on Monday. But I will see you tomorrow. So will John Bird. Until then, see you, Cut.